Hey, you're listening to the C3 Network Podcast with Dan Holland. Our mission is to create a network of microchurches that are finding, teaching, and equipping people to be on mission. Our hope is that this encourages you. Be sure to leave us a review so you can help us share our message with more people who need to hear it. And now, Dan Holland.
Let me ask you a question that tends to show up later than we expect. Where do you hold back? Not where you failed, not where you didn't know what to do, but where you could have leaned in, but you didn't. Most regret, you see, doesn't come from trying and failing. It comes from knowing you could have given more and you didn't. Welcome to Chasing the Wind. I'm Dan Holland, and we've been walking through the 10 rules from Solomon for catching what lasts. This is rule number 10. Solomon closes with a statement that removes hesitation, excuses, half-hearted living. Basically, do everything with all your might. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10 says, "Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead where you're going, there's neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom." As Solomon is not being morbid. He's being clear. Life is a gift and it's limited. There's a window of time where you can love, build, serve, grow, forgive, lead, invest, and obey God. And that window doesn't stay open forever. Solomon's point isn't to create fear in our hearts. It's to create focus. Don't drift through your days. Don't live halfway. Don't delay what matters most, because one day the opportunity to act will give way to the reality of what has already been done. So Solomon says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. And not everything at once. It's important. Not someone else's calling, not driven by comparison, but what is in your hands right now. Your marriage, your children, your work, your faith, your relationships, your calling. Give yourself fully to what's in your hands. Now, the New Testament emphasizes this even more. Colossians chapter 3, verse 23, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord and not for human masters." That shifts the entire motivation. See, you're not just working hard, you're working for God. You're living for Him. And this means there's no such thing as a small task when it's done with a full heart. There's no wasted effort when it's offered to the Lord. Every act of faithfulness counts. I think Paul emphasizes this again in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 31. He was telling the church in Corinth, whatever you do, whether you eat or drink, do it all for the glory of God. See, whatever you do, that includes ordinary moments, unseen work, daily responsibilities, and quiet decisions. Living with all your might doesn't mean living with burnout. It means living with intentionality. It involves showing up fully present, fully engaged, and fully surrendered. And Jesus, I think, illustrates what this kind of life results in. Matthew chapter 25, the master says to the faithful servant, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Notice he didn't say, not perfect servant, not most talented servant even, not most successful by the world's standards, but faithful. All your might is not about perfection. It's about full participation in the life God has given you. So what does it look like in practice? First, be fully present where you are. Avoid living distracted or half engaged. Give your complete attention to what's right in front of you in your hands. Second, finish what you start. As faithfulness is often shown through follow through, finish it. Third, put in your best effort, not leftover energy. Whether it's a conversation, a responsibility, or an opportunity, just lean in. Because here's the truth Solomon wants us to understand. You don't get this moment back. You don't get this season back. You don't get these people back. So don't live it halfway. A foolish person delays, drifts, and divides their energy. But the wise person engages, commits, and gives himself fully to what's in their hands. Not chasing everything, but fully investing in what matters. So don't stop now. Work hard, early and late, in hope, in faith, in obedience. Not chasing the wind, but planting for eternity. And when the final accounting comes, and it will come, may every one of us hear the words that define real success. Well done. And that's rule number 10, and that's how you catch what lasts. Really, this ties the entire series together. You please God. You stand in awe of Him. You walk in wisdom. You reject comparison. You build character. You enjoy life. You avoid extremes. You live fully. You sharpen your skills, and now you dedicate your life entirely to it. So here's the final question. What's in your hands right now that deserves your full effort? Because success isn't achieved by doing more things. It's found in doing the right things with all your heart. So don't hold back. Love fully, serve fully, work fully, follow God fully. Do everything with all your might. And remember, don't waste your life chasing the wind. Build a life that lasts. Before we finish, let me remind you where we started. Solomon began Ecclesiastes saying, meaningless, meaningless. Everything is meaningless. That sounds like despair. Until you realize he wasn't rejecting life. He was clearing away illusions. He tried pleasure, achievement, wealth, recognition, control. And after chasing everything that the world promises, he discovered what actually lasts. It's a life centered on God, a life lived wisely, a life enjoyed gratefully, a life that's shaped by character, a life faithfully lived day after day. Not perfect, but faithful. And here's the beautiful truth. You don't have to spend your life learning this the hard way. Isn't that great news? Solomon already ran the experiment. Sure did. So now the question isn't, what does life mean? The question is, what will you pursue next? Because every day you're either chasing the wind or you're catching what lasts. So fear God, walk wisely, love deeply, work faithfully, and build a life that still matters when this life is over. That's not chasing the wind. That's catching eternity.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like this podcast, we post a new episode each week, so be sure to subscribe and leave us a review so you can help share our message. We'll see you next time.